guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to this week's edition of New Makeup Sunday. So today I have a bunch of new products to share with you. I feel like I say that every single week, but you know what? It's true. This week there's a lot of palettes, so we're going to see some new eyeshadow palettes, some new face palettes, a little bit of skincare and other things mixed in. And if you're new to my channel, New Makeup Sunday is something that I do every single week. I start with Monday and I film all of the PR packages and just things that I bought that come in throughout the week and unbox everything, swatch it, just kind of play with makeup. It's a lot of fun. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. That way you won't miss any of the videos. I also do reviews during the week. So anyway, guys, without further ado, why don't we head back to Monday and see what I got this week.
Hey guys, happy Monday. I just got a box from Essence and I had no idea I was even on their PR list, but I'm guessing maybe they were like working with an agency or something that has my name because I don't think I've ever gotten anything from them, but I'm so excited right now. It says don't half lash it. So I don't know if they have like new mascaras coming out or something. I'm really excited. Let's open this up and see. There's a note here. It says, "Hi Jennifer, can you imagine all your favorite mascaras together in one place?" Well, actually, no need to imagine. We've done it for you. Introducing our mascara vault featuring 20 of our cult favorites, including the all-new I Love Extreme Curl and Volume to kickstart your 2019. No need for falsies when you have this vault in your life. Your Essence team. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love their mascaras. Okay, so this says, talk about unboxing beauty. Say hello to 20 of our favorite mascara babes, including our new I Love Extreme Curl and Volume. Okay, it basically says the same thing. And then down here it says launch alert. Essence Cosmetics products are now available at select CVS stores and CVS.com. Also available Ulta Beauty and EssenceMakeup.com. That's so cool. And then they go through kind of the different collections on here. I really want to see what's in this box. All right, so here's the top layer, the I Love Extreme. Oh, okay, so this is the new one right here. This is the I Love Extreme or I Heart Extreme Curl and Volume. And then they have the regular volume, the waterproof volume, and then the crazy volume. And I haven't tried any of these yet, so that's really exciting. Let's go to the next. Is there like another layer, or how does this work? Oh, here we go. I think I have to open it on the side, maybe. Oh my gosh. You guys, look at this. This is crazy. They were not kidding. This is definitely 20 mascaras. So, okay, we have the Lash Princess in this row right here. I love Lash Princess. This is probably my favorite of all their formulas. Down here, we have the Big Lashes, or Get Big Lashes. So we have Triple Black, Volume Boost Waterproof, Volume Boost, and then Volume Curl. And then down here we have the Volume Stylist Lash Extension. I love this one. I tried it a while back. I haven't repurchased it again, but I really, really like that one. This is the False Lashes Mascara, Volume Stylist, Curl and Hold, and then the False Lashes Extreme Volume and Curl. And then down here we have the Volume Booster Lash Primer, Instant Volume Boost, and then the Volume Hero Waterproof, Super Curl, and then regular Volume Hero. So wow, I'm so excited. So anyway, thank you so much, Essence. I cannot wait to try them all. Good morning, it's Tuesday. I was just at CVS and I saw these new NYX Ultimate Edit palettes. And one of you guys had told me about these last week and you said you saw them at Ulta. I think these are just like edited down versions of their larger Ultimate palettes, but I'm really curious to see if these are the exact same shades or if there's a few different ones and they just kind of have the same vibe. And also to see if the formula has changed, because back when those palettes first came out, I thought they were like some of the best palettes at the drugstore, but now I think the drugstore's just stepped up its game so much that I don't reach for those anymore, and I feel like they're not as good as I once thought they were. So this is the, let's see which ones I got. Sorry, oh my gosh, I hope that didn't break. So I got the Warm Neutrals, which is this one, and I do have the larger one of that at home. And then I also got the, where's the name on this one? Ash. This one just says Ash, and I think this is probably just like a smaller version of, I want to say it was called Smoky or something, but I'll have to let you guys know when I get home and look at the bigger one that I have. All right guys, so I'm back home and I thought I would dig out my old Ultimate Shadow palettes and compare them to the Ultimate Edit palettes. I'm really curious to see if they have the exact same shades in here and also how the formulas compare. So let's start out first, I guess, with the Warm Neutrals one. And I mean, just looking at them side by side, it definitely looks like there are a lot of the same shades in here, but I just want to go ahead and kind of swatch them side by side so we can see. So I think these two shades look like they're very similar. Formula feels very similar as well. The Edit palette seems maybe just slightly more pigmented. Let's try this shimmery brown. So this is the old one again, and this is the new one. I feel like the new one is way smoother with a little bit less fallout. This color also isn't exactly the same. It's a little deeper and richer in the newer one. Right, so here's the older one and then the newer one. Again, I definitely think the pigment is better on the newer one. The older one just feels a little bit more powdery, a little less buttery. It's still pigmented, but not as much as the newer one. So here's this warm matte, like orangey brown shade. So here's that matte, like brick red shade. You can see kind of how crumbly it is and powdery. And then here's the new one. That one is a little tiny bit patchy, but not bad. And then here's the last matte brown. This one was definitely really streaky from the old palette. And then here's the one from the new palette. This one's also a little bit darker. It's not the exact same shade as well. So I feel like the shades compare pretty closely. They're just slightly different in the newer one. Maybe they just wanted to like update it a little bit. I feel like these are much richer and definitely more pigmented. I like the formula. It's definitely not as powdery, at least swatching it with my fingers. It doesn't have like the crumbliness that this one does. So anyway, that's this one. Okay, so now here is the smoky one versus this one, which they're calling ash. All right, so here's the first shade from the old palette. And then here's the new one. And these are definitely different colors. In the pan, they look kind of similar, but this one is more brown and then this one is more grayish. So here's what those two look like side by side. I don't feel like the gray swatched particularly well either, but I feel like it does hold together really nicely, while this one is kind of just like crumbling all over the place. And then next we have the purple from the old palette and then the purple from the new one. This is a matte shade. So yeah, definite difference in the pigmentation there as well. I have a feeling this is going to go probably just like the other one. All right, so here's that matte sort of slate gray color. All right, so there's nothing that compares to this blue in the new palette. So I just swatched sort of like a gunmetal gray from the old one. So in the new one, it has this brighter blue shade right here. There's really nothing that matches that in the old palette. And then here's that midnight blue matte shade. Actually, in the old palette, it has some micro glitter in it. In the new one, it's just like a pure matte. A little bit on the streakier side, but blues are really, really hard to do. Right, and then here is the last shade. I mean, those actually kind of swatched very similarly. Maybe this one was slightly worse. And again, if you smooth over it a little bit, it's definitely less patchy. But overall, I think because this one is cool toned and these blues and grays and purples are generally hard to formulate, I think they did a pretty good job with it overall. I think it swatched pretty nicely. Of course, I'll have to try it out on my eyes, but just a little comparison between all of these guys. And at least as far as swatching goes, the formula seems much improved on these as well. I also had a box waiting for me from Rimmel when I got home, so they sent this tin. And inside there are some new eye products. First is the Wow Wings mascara. This is brand new. It says up to 11 times the volume, and it has a unique winged brush. So I haven't really been big on the Scandalized mascaras in the past. The brushes are normally ginormous, and I like a smaller brush that can really get in close to the lashes, but I'm curious to see if maybe this one is a little bit on the smaller side. That would be amazing if it is. So let's just go ahead and take a quick look at the brush because I'm curious. This is one of those big chunky tubes. All right, well, actually, this brush is pretty skinny, so I think this might be okay. And now that I think about it, one of their more recent mascara launches I really liked. I remember doing a video on it and I used it a ton and really loved it. So I guess I can't say that I've never liked a Rimmel mascara, but at least as far as the Scandalized line goes, I generally don't like them, but we will have to see. Oh, this one is also waterproof as well. At least they sent me a waterproof version. I don't know if they have a regular one. Okay, actually, yes, they do. So this one looks like it's the original. It's the exact same thing, just non-waterproof version. And then they also sent over some of these new Wonder Swipe 2-in-1 liner to shadow. That's kind of interesting. What are you supposed to do with these? Let's see. Breakthrough 2-in-1 formula, a bold metallic liner that can be transformed into a sparkly shadow with one swipe. Layer and combine the formula to create unique show-stopping looks. Up to 10-hour wear, smudge-proof, transfer-proof, touch-proof. Apply as a normal liquid liner on the eyelid to reveal the sparkly shadow. Blend it with a brush or your finger while still wet. That's kind of interesting. Let's open these up and check them out. All right, so I grabbed this one. This one's called Out Out, and I see on the tube here that it's made in Germany, and I tend to love eye products that are made in Germany, so very excited about that. All right, so this looks like it has more of a brush tip, which I love. All right, so while it's still wet, let's try blending it out and see what happens. I mean, so it kind of just smudges, but I'm definitely seeing some more glitter in there. Let me just apply a little bit more. If I do maybe a thicker line to blend. That is such a pretty shade. It almost looked gray when I first applied it, but as I'm blending it out, there's some duochrome shimmer coming through. Just go ahead and try this orange one right here. This one's called So Savage. Oh yeah, so these, I think they're kind of like those Ciate London glitter flip lipsticks, where as you pat them, glitter starts to appear, because it didn't look overly glittery until I started patting it, and then all of a sudden it just starts coming out. So that's a really pretty color as well, really gorgeous. So I'm actually excited to play with these and see how they apply on the eyes, but so far I think just from what I can tell, you definitely have to apply a little bit more than just a small swipe of liner. You really kind of have to build it up quite a bit and put a lot on there and then pat it. But you could definitely use these as a liquid shadow. They're definitely liquidy enough and they blend really nicely. You can just see how beautiful it is. It's less sheer than this one over here. All right, you know what? I decided to just swatch all of these. So this one right here is called So Savage. That is stunning. And then this one is Out Out. This one here is Insta Famous. And then this one down here is Cool AF. And this one right here is called Crave Me. This one is good. This would look so beautiful on the eyelid. Oh my gosh, they all would, honestly. I'm so excited for these. I was not really thinking much of it when I saw them. I was like, glittery liquid liners, who cares? But these are actually really fun, and I feel like they'll make amazing liquid eyeshadows. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I just got my Sephora order in the mail. I grabbed a couple of new palettes. The first one is the Jouer blush palette. When I saw this online, I immediately wanted to get it because I have one of their little duos and I use it so often because it's just such a nice formula. The colors are stunning, and this one looked like it was going to have some really beautiful shades in it as well. So this just says on the back it has 6 shades, pressed powder blush palette with velvety smooth blushes that deliver full pigment color and blend to a perfect finish. So let's go ahead and just open this up. Oh wow, this is really, really pretty. I mean, it's just like your standard cardboard palette, but the design on here is raised up with the gold. It's just kind of adds like a nice little extra touch. It's really beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at the colors inside. That is so beautiful in person. It looks even better, I feel like, than it did on the website. Oh, it looked like this one kind of cracked a little bit. All right, let me just get this box out of the way because I feel like it might be messing up the color. Okay, yeah, so now you can see it a little bit better. So the bottom row looks like it's all matte shades, and then the top row looks like it has some shimmery shades. Well, this one looks really shimmery. This one looks almost like as shimmery as a highlighter would. These two, if I look really closely at them, I can see like just tiny little micro shimmer in the formula, but they look mainly, I would say, satiny, and I'm guessing they're gonna look a little more satiny on the skin. So let's go ahead and just swatch these because I really want to see how these work for my skin tone. I also love how they have these cooler shades right here because as a rule, I generally reach for more like peachier tones and warmer colors when it comes to blushes, but I've really been getting into cooler tones lately. So let's go ahead and just swatch all these colors. All right, so here are all 6 shades. This is the top row, this is the bottom row, and I feel like these are actually pretty sheer. They look a little more sheer on the skin than they do in the pan. Like this shade right here looks kind of dark in the pan, but on my skin, I actually had to build this up a little just to get it to show up. And then this pink right here as well, it looks kind of bright in the pan, but it's just very, very soft. And swatches are also normally more heavy than they would be if you were applying them to your face with a fluffy brush. So I really think most of these shades are going to work well for my skin tone. If you're a little deeper skin tone, I don't know that the majority of these would work for you just because they are really, really sheer and soft. So overall, I'm very happy, but again, I feel like just looking at the palette, it can maybe look a little bit deceiving because some of these shades right here look like they're going to be a little bit brighter than they actually are. I think this one here has the most pigment, and it really doesn't look as shimmery on the skin as it did in the pan, which is nice. These two are definitely more of a satin finish. I don't really see any shimmer in them at all once they're on the skin, and these ones are all matte. So overall, I think this is a really, really pretty palette. And then I also picked up one of these new Violet Voss mini palettes. These are called fun-sized eyeshadow palettes. This one is in Creme Brulee. So this one was a little bit more of a neutral color scheme, but she did have a few more. There was a more colorful one with like a lot of shimmer shades in it. There was a red toned one, but this one just looked really pretty and neutral. But I do really enjoy the Violet Voss formula. It's just that most of her palettes are huge and hard to like pack to take on trips and stuff. And I just thought this would be a really nice, small, compact, neutral palette to bring with me on trips. So let's go ahead and just swatch a couple of these shades and see what it looks like. So the formula definitely feels on par with some of her larger palettes, which is good. Really nice pigmentation. They feel really soft, not a ton of fallout, which is great. All right, so that's the whole palette. I think it's really pretty. I would say my only criticism of it is that it's mostly shimmer shades, which I didn't realize when I was ordering it. The only mattes in the palette are this one and then this corally shade right here. This one is technically a matte, but it does have like little micro glitter in it. This one also seems to have somewhat of a matte base, but again, it has that gold glitter. So I don't know exactly how much that'll show up on the eyes, but you can kind of see it here, and it's these two shades right here. So they kind of look matte, but then in the light, you can see that they're catching the glitter particles. But other than that, I think they'll still work well for transition colors. And this one I think would be a really fun transition as well with one of these shimmers on the lids. And I also like that they do have the matte ivory shade in there. But overall, I feel like I could definitely take this with me and make a couple of different looks out of it. So it's just a really cute little palette. And then the last thing I got is one of these Sephora collection lip honeys. These are supposed to be kind of like a colorful gloss slash lip balm. And they had really, really good reviews on the site. Everybody was saying they were really smooth, non-sticky glosses and that they really felt hydrating, just like a lip balm. So this one looks really dark in the tube, but you can see it's just a really nice sheer plum color. I love that color. So I'm really excited to try this one out. It does have a really faint scent to it as well. It almost smells like honey and tea. So it's actually a really pleasant scent. I don't mind it at all. So very excited to test this one out on my lips and see what it feels like. But I really like the sheer color, and I'm just a sucker for tinted lip balms. So I figured if I like this one, I could definitely pick up a few more shades. They were really affordable. I want to say they were like $7 or $8. So anyway, that is my little Sephora haul. If you guys want to see reviews on any of these, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Hey guys, happy Friday. I just got my Ulta order in the mail and I picked up these two new Flower Beauty palettes. This one is called Sugar Rush and then this one is Suns Blazing. And these are new shimmer and shade eyeshadow palettes, so it's the same one that they originally had. I do have two of the original ones that they came out with. I have Warm Neutrals, which is actually more kind of like smoky, cooler tones, and then this one was Golden Natural, which is more warm neutrals. So these are a little bit less neutral for sure, and I was really excited to see a little bit more color in these palettes. So why don't we go ahead and just swatch these because I'm dying to see what they look like. All right, so let's start out with Sugar Rush, and if these are anything like the original ones, which they do feel already like the exact same formula, they do have a lot of crumbly fallout to them, but I find that they do really blend nicely on the eyes and they're very, very smooth. They kind of in a way remind me of the CoverGirl True Naked palettes, very similar formula to that. So there's the first three colors. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Very pigmented, but like I said, a lot of fallout. Like there's a lot of powder kick up even just in the pan here. Like it's gathering on the side. So it's just something to keep in mind. But like I said, I enjoy this formula and the way that it blends on the eyes. So I just make sure to tap my brush off really well before I go in with these. So here's the next shade. Really pretty brown. A bronze color, and then here's this purple. This purple is actually swatching very sheer in the pan. It looks like a really deep dark purple, but it's kind of difficult to pick up with my finger. These narrow pans also don't help. Okay, it builds up a little bit better, but it's still sheer compared to how dark it looks in the pan. Few shades. So here's that duochrome. It looks very blue in the pan, but on the skin it actually looks kind of like a pinky brown with some blue glitter in it. It's really pretty. And then here's this pink, really pretty cool tone pink. That shade is gorgeous as well. I feel like the shimmers swatch really, really nicely, very buttery and soft. The mattes do too though. This is a matte shade. I mean, look at how intense that brown was right there. So this is a Sugar Rush palette. I think it's just really, really pretty, like soft, girly colors. I love it. Right, and then let's do Suns Blazing. I guess I'll swatch it like over here. Whoa, look at that orange. Oh my goodness. Very, very intense. The shimmery yellow is really pretty as well. And then here's more shades. Wow, that matte yellow is really, really pretty as well. It's very vibrant. This bronze is gorgeous as well. And here's the last matte shade. It's kind of like a peachy tan color. So that's the Suns Blazing palette. I think that's beautiful as well. So I'm glad to see that these are the same formula because I know that formula-wise I will definitely like them. I was just really curious to see the colors in person and see what they look like. This one actually may be very similar to the ColourPop Yes Please palette. This one, I'm not sure what this one looks close to. It might actually be similar to the Nabla Soul Blooming palette, which I have. So if you guys want to see maybe comparisons on these to other palettes or just a review on them in general, definitely let me know down in the comments below. So also in my Ulta order, I had picked up these two new blush palettes from LA Girl. I got a few requests on Instagram to swatch these, so I definitely wanted to do that for you guys, especially because the photos on Ulta's website are normally pretty inaccurate, at least in my experience. They're not the best at representing the colors. So there are two of them, Blushed Babe and Island Hottie. On the website, Blush Babe looked a little bit more cool toned, and it definitely is. So here we have these two colors are a little bit more on the cool side, as well as this one down here, this nude. It's actually a little more just neutral. And then you have more of a warmer coral on this side. So let's just go ahead and swatch these really quick. They feel very, very soft. And I don't have the best luck with LA Girl eyeshadows, but their face products have been pretty okay for me in the past. So yeah, these are showing up pretty nicely. This peachy coral one has just a hint of shimmer to it. The other three are matte, and I think they swatched really nicely. I definitely don't want blush to be overly pigmented. And for me with fair skin, I definitely prefer my blushes to be a little less pigmented because I don't want clown cheeks. Then this one is Island Hottie. This one is a little bit more on the warm side. It's a little bit peachier. So let's go ahead and swatch this. This shade right here, the second one, and this one all have shimmer, and then it looks like this one here is more matte. Okay, so that's that one right there. That one is super pretty as well. So I really just wanted to give you guys a good idea of what these colors look like and kind of how they swatched. They do seem to be a little bit more on the sheer side. If you have a darker skin tone, you're probably gonna have to build these up a bit because they're not super heavily pigmented blushes. But for me, these are actually gonna work great because they're a little bit more on the sheer side. Even the deeper colors, I shouldn't really have too many issues with once they're sheared out. And I also think that they do feel very soft and blendable. So if you guys would like to see me use these either in like a get ready with
with me or even just like talk about them in an update and let you know how I like them, I can definitely do that. Just let me know down below. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday. I just got a box from Colleen Rothschild and I'm pretty sure I know what this is. She just released a cocoa cleansing balm and I am so excited for it. I can't wait to see what it smells like. I'm definitely a chocoholic. I absolutely love chocolate, and I know some of you guys will probably think this is amazing and some of you are going to think it's weird to put a chocolate scented product on your face. So I believe this is going to be a limited edition. It's already available now. It's $65, the same price as her other cleansing balm, and it says indulge the senses with aroma and hydrating benefits of cocoa butter and hazelnut oil while delivering a dose of antioxidant protection to help guard against free radicals. And then here it says, as a special treat, I've included yummy chocolates from my favorite Dallas chocolatier, Kate Weiser. That is amazing. I actually was just thinking I needed to go down and have some chocolate. When I was opening this package, I was like, chocolate. I need some in my life right now. Okay, so I'm definitely going to open these up and try some, but this is a 6-piece box. These are such cool looking chocolates. Holy cow. I cannot wait to try these. These look fantastic. All right, so moving on to the Cocoa Bean Cleansing Balm. It says it has cocoa butter, vanilla bean, hazelnut oil, and rice bran. So I wonder if all these oils are what's making the scent or if there's actually additional fragrance in here. I hate fake chocolate scents, but knowing Colleen and how her other products smell amazing, I'm sure this one does as well. They also sent the muslin cloth that comes with it. This is usually white, but they sent over a brown one, which is so cool. All right, let's take a sniff. I can't wait. So here's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, this is fantastic. This is such a beautiful chocolate scent. It smells like cocoa to me, like straight up hot chocolate. It's not overly sweet. It's not like a milky chocolate. It's also not a dark chocolate. It's just very, very mild. It's not super strong or overpowering whatsoever. It just is a really, really nice, mild cocoa, like a true cocoa scent. It smells very, very realistic. I actually kind of want to eat this right now. Like that's how real it smells. So I can't wait to try this out. I will definitely update you guys in the future once I've tried it, but I already love the original Radiant Cleansing Balm. So I'm positive I'm going to love this one as well. Not to mention it's chocolate, so I'll probably like it even more. But anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys really quick. All right, guys, so that's everything I got this week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to let me know down in the comments below what you guys would like to see reviews on going forward. As always, I prioritize my reviews based on your comments down below, so if you really want to see something, don't forget to make it count. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!